Hey everyone, Harry here to talk about a biopic of Donald Trump, focusing on a lot of things, especially anchored with his relationship with Roy Cohn, but includes all kinds of depictions of conduct in his past that he's denied, but that is pretty incendiary, beginning with the alleged rape of his former wife, Ivana, uh, who had testified to that in their 1989 divorce case, though later backed away and said they were the best of friends. But this biopic, which played in Cannes and got glowing reception there, has a lot of stuff about Trump that you've heard over the years. It's a biopic. It's fiction, but it includes all these allegations, including his serial adultery, his getting plastic surgery, his doing hard drugs. All that is in there, and the drama now is: will we ever see it? There's a column a few days ago by Michelle Goldberg in the Washington Post who did see it. And let me just cut to the chase and say it's the kind of thing that it feels like people are going to start to see one way or another, but there is a big fight on to keep it from happening and a big backstory. So the main point of the backstory is what's just emerging today. Football fans of my age, I don't know how many there are, but will certainly know the name Dan Snyder, a notorious name. He was the owner of the Washington Redskins, and he himself has you might say Trumpian, certainly a rough personal history, and he was drummed out of the league. There was a whole big investigation of his owning. This was when he owned the Commanders, fostering a toxic work environment, sexually harassing an employee, withholding millions in revenue from the NFL. He was fined $60 million, and basically the team was forced from his control. Well, he is a big Trump supporter, and he put in a fair bit of money to make the film. And the production company is run by his son-in-law. And Dan Snyder, thought it was going to be a flattering portrayal of Trump. And we haven't seen it. But if that's how it started out, I think it could well be not a hatchet job, but a one that tries to be objective, but includes some of these now incendiary allegations. Anyway, Snyder was furious when he first saw the film, and now he is having a no holds barred campaign to keep it from seeing the light of day. So you have two factors basically keeping this film from public view, at least between now and November. A little bit shades of Stormy Daniels here, right? Trying to keep stuff out that would damage his electoral prospects. First, everyone's scared. Trump will sue anyone and everyone in sight. They know that. And maybe even, that I think is less. But the other thing is he's such a vengeful, nasty, tyrannical guy that if he's president, I think companies that would otherwise distribute it calculate that he will take it personally, have a vendetta, and do everything possible to drum a company out of business. That's for starters. And then second, as Snyder at a certain level of producer, we don't know the contract precisely, but he has at least the ability to bring lawsuits, try to delay things, and maybe claim it can't be released without his assent. So that's the other big factor that's tying this all up. Now, as I say, it was seen at Cannes. Columnist for the Washington Post has seen it. You got to imagine, at least in some bootleg way, it kind of sees the light of day, and the effort to smother it might even backfire in the sense that, if and when it became available, everyone would want to see the Banned in Boston, material that is part and parcel of this biopic, which I repeat, started out at least to Snyder's view is going to be flattering and it focuses on Roy Cohn, so has snippets of pretty racy stuff, but maybe all in all, it's both more interesting and more objective and less, sensational than the stories might make it seem. Will we see? Maybe, maybe not. That is the current drama, and a really disgraced former NFL owner is right in the center of it. I think it's the sort of thing, again, that as publicity builds and the more a light is focused on it, the more stories about Snyder and the like are written, the more likely, by hook or by crook, by legal or illegal, means and channels, the film comes out. But we'll see. But it definitely has some very incendiary material in there that Donald Trump would very much like to keep the American voting public from seeing over the next 5 months. So we'll follow that drama of The Apprentice and Dan Snyder's efforts to smother it, and the interest in the allegations of rape, hard drug use, plastic surgery. That's, that whole aspect. When I was in trial, it really came home to me how physically he's a really striking figure, and who, every day spends time to be able to perpetuate his public image. So all of that potentially coming to a theater near you, or a sort of covert website to you, or not at all. And that's the drama. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.